Hey everybody, welcome back to Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, and we'll have a little recap here. Espella's cat Eve has gone missing. Miss Eclair seems really worried about her. Can't help but feel a bit nervous going out to the town at night without the professor and all. But if it'll help Espella and Mrs. Leclaire, I'll push that feeling aside and go out and find Eve. So yeah, Maya and Luke are now looking for a missing cat. We're kind of revisiting parts of the town, just talking to people, finding puzzles, that kind of thing. So that'll be most of this episode, is just looking around the town, solving puzzles. And look at that, another puzzle. Good evening, sir. There's something we'd like to ask you. What's the matter? You're a bit quiet this evening, aren't you? I wonder what's up. Sore throat, maybe? C'est la vie, c'est la vie. C'est la vie. I have no choice but to retire. C'est la vie. Yikes. Alas, no arrival has up and appeared, so how can I sing when I am so afeared? A simple bard just cannot compete with a rival that strong, he cannot be beat. Please calm down. What do you mean? Oh. That bard with the parrot on his shoulder, wrapped in colors, he couldn't be bolder. When he sings, it is with such grace, as he draws the eyes all in the place. This bardly bard named Bardley, no bird sits on his shoulder, dressed so drably he can hardly compete with the bard who is bolder. It seems so amazing, new rivals appeared. Woe is me. Well, for starters, you could try perking up a little. Perking up. I need some color to cheer up my day. I need some color to replace the gray. You need color. For example, bright colors such as these. The stained glass window above has been beautifully painted using 4 bright colors. Paint a similar stained glass window so that each neighboring color is different. Okay. Yellow can only be used once. So if yellow can only be used once, I'm guessing yellow is the one that's connected to everything. So that would be this one. I guess I didn't.
See what you think of this. As you'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Well, that was an easy one. Gorgeous. Nothing like a few splashes of color to really brighten up a window. Look at this, Mr. Bardley. These colors are beautiful. Come on, cheer up. A minstrel isn't judged by appearances, he's judged by his songs. I'm certain there are many people who would love to hear songs, Mr. Bardley. Absolutely, I for one love to hear more of your songs. Really? Yes, really. Really, truly? Yes, truly, really. Oh yes, you're right, now I feel reborn. There's no reason for me to feel so forlorn. I shall sing to my heart's content, morn, noon, and night, on and on and on. I won't give up without a fight. That's more like it. At least he's perked up enough to continue singing. Yeah, too right. That's a relief. In return for the cheer that you did bring, now more than ever I'll continue to sing. You're very welcome. Still, it seems like there's another minstrel somewhere in town. Oh, kindly doer, what could it be? What brings us to Bardley? What would you ask of me? Oh, I almost forgot. Mr. Bardley, have you seen a black cat anywhere around here? I've seen it. I've seen the black cat. Since you were asking, I'll sing about that. A beautiful black cat with fur so sleek, chased and chased, ran into the main street. 3 knights gave chase, but it didn't last. The cat got away by running so fast. That's it, Luke. Eve must have gone to the main street. Come on, Maya, let's go that way. Yeah, he mentioned something about Eve being chased. We better hurry. Where even is Main Street? Here we go. The last place I look. If you don't hurry up and find that cat, it'll get away from us. Come on, give me a break. Just how long do you intend to chase after a cat? If we don't get back to our post, the captain's gonna blow his top. Even so, I'm sure that cat was a stray. Surely it's part of the code of chivalry to rescue people and animals without distinction. But we've done nothing but chase it around. Sheesh, why do you have to be in our squad? Did you hear that, Maya? The knights are talking about a cat. Yep, and I bet they're talking about Eve. Let's ask them. Excuse me, sir. We're looking for a black cat. We ever heard you talking about a cat? We're looking for a black cat wearing a purple neck scarf. Cat, you say? That must be... Hey, wait a minute. Aren't those two the ones? You gave Inquisitor Barnum such a hard time at the trial? Ah, those are the ones, all right. They're with the defender. What business could you possibly have with us? Be off with you, or feel our wrath. Gonna have to battle. I know nothing of this cat you seek. Yeah, but I heard you. You were talking about chasing a cat. Yeah, I heard you too. You were worried about her escaping. Even so, I don't know what to... I don't know what I don't know, so I can't tell you what I can't tell. Come on, just tell us. We need to find her. You can ask as much as you like. But we know nothing, saw nothing, heard nothing. Three disgruntled knights claim to have seen Eve wander by down the street. Sadly, they're not very cooperative and have supplied rather dubious clues. Use the map on the knight's clues to trace Eve's path through the town, starting at S and ending in the cat icon. Okay. Cannot pass the same spot more than once. So if the one in the middle is standing here, you would have seen her go straight. And this knight would have seen her go straight too. That's probably it. I don't know if I want to waste any hint coins here. just in case. Eve made a total of 4 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that works out. Pay attention to the clue given to them by the knight on the right. There's only one path you can follow where the statue is on the left side. Yeah, they'd both be on the right. The knight on the left is to be believed Eve must have turned left at one of the statues. This is tough. Okay, and she took 4 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4. That almost seems too simple, but that's what it's telling me it is.
Let's do it, Luke!
Yes! We did it!
Guess I was overthinking it. See nothing, heard nothing, know nothing, and we're not going to tell, We've worked out where Eve is, Maya. Do you know where she's going, don't you? Sure do. Looks like she ran off toward the town square. No, we didn't even tell you. How did you work it out? Did you read our minds? No, the answer was in the puzzle. Say, shouldn't you be getting back before your captain goes ballistic? Touché. We're close to finding Eve, Luke. Right, let's go off and find her before she goes running off somewhere else. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I could really get used to this whole puzzle-solving thing. You know, it's like the moment I saw the answer, it just felt so right, and I was right. Hey, I was right too, you know? Anyway, let's go. Oops, wrong button. It's you. Hi, Inquisitor Darklaw. Oh, if it isn't you two, isn't it a bit late for you to be out here strolling around? No, we're looking for hint coins. There we are. Now I can talk to her. So what are you doing here anyway? You seem a little different somehow. Well, well, aren't you quite the inquisitive ones? I am the Inquisitor here, remember? Anyway, I happen to be on duty. On duty? This late at night? As long as there are witches in this town, there'll always be crimes of magic. I'm directing the Knight's inquiry into a certain incident involving this bell tower. A certain incident? Three months ago, an alchemist residing not far from here was murdered. Naturally, it was at the hand of a witch. Did you say an alchemist? witch murdered an alchemist using magic. That's terrible. Indeed, it was a dreadful incident. And it is the only case to remain unsolved. Well, how do you know? It seems solved to me. A witch did it. That's the reason we are working on it through the night. Go home to the comfort of your beds. We wouldn't want you meeting a witch now, would we? Hey, I'm no child, you know. That's we, Luke. We happen to be searching for a cat. It's a black cat called Eve. Eve. Hey, have you seen her? I have seen no sign of any cat. Not around here. Oh, really? But she has to be somewhere nearby. Come on, Luke. Let's look around a bit more. Yeah, right you are, Maya. Well, thank you, High Inquisitor Docklaw. Maya Fey. Yes? What is it? Wait, that's weird. I don't remember telling you my name. There are witches in the most unlikely of places. You must remain vigilant. What does she mean by that? Hey Maya, over here, I found Eve. What's the matter? Come on. Yeah, okay, I'm coming. Eve, we found you. We found you, finally. I'm so glad you're safe. Espella would be so upset if anything happened to you. She sure would, Luke. She said that Eve is a real friend. Hopefully the boss will feel better too when he gets Eve back home. I'm sure she will. Come on then, let's go back to the bakery. Okay, oops. Again, wrong button. This took longer than I thought it would. I wonder if everyone's asleep. It's getting close to daybreak. We should enter quietly and try not to wake anyone. Where on earth could those two have gone? After what happened earlier, you'd think they'd know better than go out wandering on a night like this. It's getting bright out already. I'm starting to worry that they came across a witch. If they don't show up soon, I suggest we all go looking for them. After a trial like that, it makes me wonder where they get their energy from. Oh, Eve, where were you? Ah, good morning, everyone. What do you mean, good morning? Where have you two been this whole time? Sorry, we didn't expect to be gone for so long. I'd have thought you'd know better, Luke. What were you doing out there at this hour? Sorry, Professor, we went looking for Eve. Looking for Eve, you say? You mean you were both concerned that Eve was missing? Well, when Espella comes home, she'll want Eve to meet her, won't she? After all, Eve's like a member of the family. Oh, you dears, that's very considerate of you. Thank you. But I want you to promise that you won't go wandering around late at night like that again. It's just not safe, what with all those witches out there. We promise. I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry, too. I should say, it's nearly morning already. Why don't you both go and get yourselves cleaned up? I've already prepared breakfast, so jump to it. Yes, ma'am. Come to think of it, I'm so hungry I could eat one of Mary's goats. How about you, Luke? Now that you mention it, I'm definitely ready for breakfast. Certainly both love your food, and personally, I'd like to get a little more sleep. Right then, let's eat breakfast and make our way to the court. Right you are, Professor. Sir Espella must be feeling lonely. Oh, and Mr. Wright, could you perhaps take something from the bakery for her? You bet. I'm sure Espella will be glad to get some of Patty's freshly baked bread. Stick a file in it. Come on, what are you all waiting for? Breakfast is ready. All right, we're coming. Well then, let's dig in. As it seems we're all ready to go, shall we make our way to the court? So does everyone remember how to get there? Sure, we just head east from here, and it's on the other side of the forest, isn't it? Boy, Espella must be feeling so sad and lonely. It's time to get a move on. Let's go. Coming back here makes me remember yesterday's trial. Espella's still being held somewhere inside the building. Yeah, and it's up to us to get her out as soon as we can. The first thing we should do is make sure we're allowed to see her. You there! Yes, you! Uh-oh. It's nothing like a confrontation first thing in the morning to keep you on your toes. We're here to, visit our client. It's not you we're interested in. It's Doc Hat over there. He's to come with us immediately. Who, sir? Me, sir? Yes, sir. You, sir. What have you done this time? Professor, did you do something? I wonder what it could be. Luke, do you have any idea? Professor? Don't play innocent with us. The order came from the storyteller himself. You'd been personally summoned to the audience room to see the storyteller. The audience room? Meeting the storyteller in person is the highest honor that can be bestowed upon a person. There's no one in all Labyrinthia who wouldn't be proud to meet him. That goes for us knights too, although such an honor is almost unheard of. Nevertheless, those were the orders. To have Herschel Layton make his way to the audience room. Very well. In this audience room, the storyteller will be waiting to see me, is that correct? What? Why does the storyteller want to see you, Professor? Yeah, what's going on here anyway? Would it be possible to go there after we've seen Miss Cantabella? The storyteller's order is of the absolute highest priority. Nothing can take precedence. But... Not only that, but in any event, you are not permitted to see the accused. Why would that be? Permission to see the accused is restricted to Defender Wright and his assistant. Those are the orders. What do you make of that, Professor? Make of it what you will. Orders are orders. Very well. Let us go and meet the storyteller. That's more like it. Professor, are you really planning on meeting with the storyteller? It might be a trap. Well, I do sense the potential for a scheme here. I'd be foolish to pass up an opportunity to meet with this town's creator. There are rather too many things that I would like to ask him. I see. If the professor's going, then I'm going too. After all, I'm the professor's apprentice. Be careful, Luke. I'm sure you'll be fine, just as long as you stay with the professor. I will, and please give Espella our best. Oh, and Maya, could you give Espella the bread from Mrs. Eclair? Sure thing, Luke. Well, if you finally finished yakking, I would suggest wasting no more time. You'll find the audience room beyond the guard post, east of the Great Archive. And Defender, you should see the accused. Well, it would seem we must go our separate ways for the time being. Yeah, it looks like it. Well, take care, Professor. And you too, Mr. Wright. I wish you both luck. Well, there they go. You think they'll be okay? Professor and Luke? I think they can take care of themselves. Anyway, we should hurry up and talk to Espella. Right. Even though she tries to hide it, inside she must be terrified. What if she's found guilty of being a witch? What would we do then? Last night we saw with our own eyes what they do to witches. It's not right. Any world where things like that are allowed to happen isn't right. I know, Maya, but for now we have no choice. We have to clear Espella of the charges. We need to focus on that and that alone. The Great Witch Bezella. Wonder why they suspect Espella of being her. Probably the name. They rhyme. I don't know, but if we're lucky, maybe she'll be able to shed some light on it. Hey, Defender, it's time for you to see the accused. Well, this is it, Nick. Sure is. Let's go, Maya. Okay, so we're going to talk to Espella here and meet the storyteller next time. So tune in for that on Monday. That should be exciting. And yeah, then we'll probably be barreling into the next court case, hopefully. Yeah, the game's starting to pick up, at least story-wise, after all the introduction stuff. So at least lucky for that. And so yeah, hopefully you enjoy this. If you like this, you'll probably like Maggie's Apartment. It's an irreverent, off-the-wall adventure game with crazy animation. And yeah, the story is pretty strange. It's kind of a weird mystery like this is, so don't want to give too much away, but you'll probably enjoy that. And anyway, we'll also have more of this on Monday, or more of this on Sunday, like I said. Actually, I think I said Monday, but what I meant was Sunday. So yeah, check that out. And then Monday we have more of Maggie's Apartment, probably the finale. And then Tuesday we'll have a little more Wario Land 4. We're getting close to the end of that one. Have one more boss to do and before the final boss. And then on Wednesday we have more Judgment, getting into the side missions on that, which is pretty cool. And then on Thursday, Voice of Cards. Again, that one's picking up pretty good. The story's getting good. And then Friday we'll be back here again with more Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next time.